All right, today we are going to listen to a track from Cutworms, and the track is called Shut In from their latest album called Transmitter. Cutworms is the project of Max Clark, and he is hailing from Strongsville, Ohio, and now currently based in Brooklyn, New York. Transmitter is his fourth album, and I first became aware of Cutworms with "Nobody Lives Here Anymore," and which is an excellent album. So I've been following him. Should I say him or them? I don't know. I think it is an actual band. So, but I've been following them ever since that album came out. So it's always exciting to hear new music from Cutworms. So let's go ahead and start up this track called Shut In. And Spotify does not have lyrics, so we're just going to listen.
Saloon, 9 o'clock in the afternoon, dead calm, 3 floors down, nobody ever comes around. I don't mind passing time. I'll leave it all for someone else. I'll leave it up to someone.
Really cool background vocals behind that chorus.
Wine filling up my glass, ages that wander past, sun from the western skies, wind in your tearful eyes. How long has it been? I've been staying in. You must be thinking of someone else. You must be thinking of someone else. I'm doing just fine all on my own.
Little mandolin there. The piano.
Light from the open door, draining the killing floor. Some are born to having none, some are born to have all they want. Could you not laugh it off? I wasn't invited, I suppose. How would I know? How would I know? You must be thinking of someone else. You must be thinking of someone else. I just like the comforts of home.
Okay. So that is Shut In, which is overall pretty kind of a chill track, which is kind of the track I kind of like, actually, with that kind of mid-tempo beat. And the songwriting is basically it's verse, chorus, just kind of goes back and forth until the end, when it has that little "I wasn't invited, I suppose," that kind of deviates like a little bridge there before it comes back to the chorus. So I think it's very effective this way, and keeping it short, because it's only 3:22 in length, and a lot of the tracks on the album are that way. 3 and some change, which is kind of like the radio format. So it never like drags on too long, and I think it's just the right length for what it's doing. And so I think the band is playing within themselves, and that's kind of the feeling I get with Cutworms. Is he's not trying to impress you with super complicated. The songwriting is not super complicated, or trying to, like some of the other stuff I listen to that's more progressive. This is more just straight ahead. But I think it's also very effective, and I think it's a good thing that he's not trying to, be something he's not, but doing, what he's good at. And so hopefully that makes sense, what I'm saying there. So in other words, yes, I do think this is effective songwriting in composition. So it's not like mind-boggling, but I think it's excellent. So I'm going to put it in A. And then vocals. This again just kind of circles back to, he sings within himself, within his range, and he's not trying to strain beyond that. So, and I do like those background vocals during the chorus, which I think really added a layer to that make it more atmospheric, and it kind of pulls you in. Okay, so vocals, I think they're fine. Maybe above average for me. And the general instrumentation, you have the acoustic, like I love the very beginning intro here. So you have that acoustic playing throughout, and then the piano comes in. Drums are very kind of restrained.
In the afternoon, dead calm, 3 floors down.
Bass is just following
comes
along with the
around.
drums.
I don't mind.
And I do like, just the extra mandolin that keeps coming in with that little line right after like that. With the piano too is doing that little line there right after the chorus. It links it back to the verses again. I think the instrumentation is really well done on this track, especially when you go into the very last section. humming. Yeah, it's just a very chill kind of feeling. I do love that mandolin. It really adds that extra layer to it. I I don't know. I could see it going in S. I mean, yeah, it's not like there's no blazing guitar leads or anything, but I don't think the song needs it. It's just doing what is needed for the song. So um, I think it's okay to put it in S. And
Three floors
production,
down, nobody ever comes around. I don't mind passing
I mean, the
time.
mixing is well done.
I'll leave it all for someone else. I'll leave it up to someone.
Vocals are up front
I
and
wouldn't
clear.
bother, just leave it alone.
Again, drums restrained, which I think is right for this track. So yeah, I like the production on it. Enough for what it's trying to do. I'm going to put it right under the songwriting in A. And then we have the lyrics. So let's look at the lyrics real quick. Locked in my own saloon, 9 o'clock in the afternoon, dead calm, 3 floors down, nobody ever comes around. I don't mind passing time. So again, the title is Shut In. So I definitely get that feeling from this opening stanza here. I'll leave it all for someone else. I'll leave it up to someone else. I wouldn't bother, just leave it alone. Almost kind of sounds like they're shut in and trying to kind of escape the noise. Leave it for somebody else. And then it says, wine filling up my glass, ages that wander past, sun from the western sky, wind in your tearful eyes. How long has it been? I've been staying in. So I do like the imagery there. It's kind of I just feel like, I'm absorbed in this scene with the wine filling up and the sun from the western sky. So you have all this imagery going on. It's not again, just enhances the atmosphere of the song. And again, it says, you must be thinking of someone else. I'm doing just fine all on my own. That's an interesting line because I'm not 100% convinced they're doing fine. Maybe they are doing fine and they just don't care. They don't want to hear about whatever else is going on out there. But it could also mean you're mistaken, to think there's something wrong with me for wanting to shut myself in like this. I don't know. I'd be I have a feeling maybe they're not doing just fine. But that's kind of because it sounds a little defensive, like, no, you're thinking of somebody else. I'm doing just fine. So then it says, light from the open door, drain in the killing floor. Some are born to having none, some are born to have all they want. Could you not laugh it off? Drain in the killing floor. Wow, that's interesting. Again, interesting imagery there. And then some are born to having none, some are born to having all they want. It just kind of becomes like a joke when you think about it, like, and it just doesn't always make sense how some are born into having none, like, and it just seems kind of random. Um, I wasn't invited, I suppose. How would I know? You must be thinking of someone else. I just like the comforts of home. Honestly, sounds like something I would say. um, I'm kind of a shut in myself, so I totally understand. And I don't like people, interfering. Why aren't you out there socializing all the time and whatever? I just don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with other people's issues and stuff. So, anyways, I really like these lyrics. Uh, let me get back to. So yeah, I really like the lyrics. They're getting close to S, but I think I'm gonna keep it in A, at the top of A. And so when you balance all these different elements out, I kind of feel like overall the track is an A. It's an excellent track. Not mind blowing, but I do think the lyrics help a lot with how I'm ranking this. So a lot of times lyrics don't count for very much, but when they are good, they really do enhance the song. So I think it's getting close to an S. So I could see an argument, especially if you're really into the Cutworm sound. You might say this is an S tier track, and maybe it would be if I listened to the entire album and compared it to all the other tracks. It might be above all the other ones. I don't know. Hopefully I do get back to Cutworms because he does have some good albums out there. So, but I think I'm going to end it here and just say, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And I've also just started a Patreon if you're interested. So I got to get used to saying that. But anyways, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.